I just love andragogy.
Me too! Malcolm Knowles' philosophy really is on the money. As a matter of fact, it informs another influential learning theory. Have you heard of Cross's adult learning theory?
Yes, she is a legend. I have one of her 8 books, Adults as Learners, Increasing Participation and Facilitating Learning.
I have that same one. Very motivating. What do you like about Cross?
Her positive impact on higher ed, her journey and dedication to create flexible learning environments for adult learners, that she is profound and enduring. What do you like about Cross?
Her history is admirable. So, as you may or may not know, her full name is Catherine Patricia Cross, and she was born on St. Patrick's Day in 1926 in Normal, Illinois. But she's anything but normal and is a bona fide adventurer. She lived on Normal Avenue, which was also called Faculty Row. Her father was a physics professor, and their neighbors were also professors. What an induction into lifelong learning! She earned her BS degree in mathematics, then her MA degree in psychology, and then her PhD in social psychology. As you know, she's a seminal scholar of educational research focusing on adult education and higher learning.
She also has an impressive work history. She was the Dean of Students at Cornell, a distinguished research scientist at Princeton, then at UC Berkeley, and then taught for Harvard's Graduate School of Education. In '88, she went back to beautiful Berkeley to teach as a higher education professor until she retired in '95. She still maintains emeritus status there and later inspired the honorary K. Patricia Cross Academy website that hosts a plethora of free resources for faculty to implement in their courses. As adult and community education practitioners, her legacy has a gargantuan impact on us.
Tell me about it. I just submitted a proposal to present at the next AAACE conference on the Cal model, Cross's Adult Learning Theory.
Nice! Do tell!
Well, the Cal model consists of 2 classes of variables: personal characteristics and situational characteristics. Personal characteristics include aging, life phases, and developmental stages. Situational characteristics consist of part-time versus full-time learning and voluntary versus compulsory learning.
We all know how beneficial it is to be a lifelong learner. If a learner was a flower, then just call me a perennial. Plus, adults are intrinsically motivated, self-directed learners, primarily when it benefits them in the real world, like learning advanced skills to add more value at work, hence a higher salary, or learning by doing things they enjoy to self-actualize.
This is why the Cal model is an essential tool in creating any kind of adult education program. The programs need to be flexible for all types of non-traditional students and their varying schedules.
That is the secret sauce. Adult flex learning. I believe her ethos on adult learning programs has principles and guidelines that facilitators should always employ. For one, adult learning programs should always maximize their learners' experiences because all adults bring a world of personal insights into every learning situation.
Correct. And for 2, adult learning programs should adapt to the aging limitations of the participants, because each adult learning program inevitably has learners from different age categories. Age should not be an obstacle to learning. Think about it. A class might have a learner who is 18 years old and another who is 65. It is possible that the learner at the upper end of the spectrum may have greater sight limitations than the learner at the other, yet have reasoning abilities that are far more mentally advanced due to experience. Is this always the case? Maybe, maybe not. Even so, age should be considered when creating instructions for such a diverse group.
Always. Further, for 3, programs should challenge adult learners to move to increasingly advanced stages of personal development, help them capitalize on their potential, and become the best version of themselves.
Right on. Lastly, and so on and so forth. How could I resist? Adult learners should have as much choice as possible in the availability and organization of learning programs. Cross asks and answers 4 questions that support this principle. Who participates in adult learning? Why do they participate? Or alternatively, why not? What do they learn or want to learn? And how do they learn and want to learn? As you can see, the learner is the raison d'etre for designing instruction.
Oui, mademoiselle. I personally prefer in-person formal classes because I pretty much learn everything better by collaborating with the facilitator and treasure the shared experiences and making long life friends with the other students of all different ages and backgrounds. But sometimes a fully online asynchronous course flexes best with my schedule.
I also enjoy taking classes in person, but after a long hard day at work, I manage better with the fully online courses that I can take at my own pace. Whether I hammer it out in a few weeks or drag it out over a few months, I need that flexibility. Come to think of it, thanks to Cross's philosophy, inspiration, and influence, many programs offer meaningful asynchronous delivery to provide that flexibility. She is definitely a pioneering thought leader who was ahead of technology.
Indeed, I do not even think that technology matters most. Although, for professors, new technology can be a fantastic opportunity to experiment and grow in realms not originally considered. A passionate facilitator can work with any tools they're given and tailor the constructivist pedagogy to andragogy, so to speak, as in leveraging the delivery of learning materials to experienced adult learners the way they like and need to learn. Once one knows how to design instruction, it becomes an intrinsic philosophy that can be adapted and adjusted to the new paradigms of teaching and learning required by changing educational circumstances.
No matter what, hands-on learning is of tantamount importance for adult learners. They cannot just sit idly by and watch.
Yes, Shauna, that is one of the first things I learned when I started in the ACE Masters program many moons ago with the illuminated mind of Dr. Bryan. She helped me get my first job in this field, working for the instructional technology guru or goddess herself, Janine Burgess. She helped me cut my trainer teeth in giving workshops to hundreds of faculty members who were all adult learners on an array of educational technology applications. All of the classrooms had one-to-one computers for each participant, and we conducted the workshops in a way that we showed them how to do something, and then they tried it on their own while we, the trainers, walked around and helped them. Janine instilled in me early on the importance of adults and hands-on learning. She was right, and I think that is what made me an excellent facilitator to this day.
That is such a perfect example of Cross's adult learning theory in action. Wow! Dawn, this theory is about us. This theory was created for us. We both have the best mentors in our quest to become world-class learning and development virtuosos. Never the sage on the stage, but guides on the side. Speaking of setting a fine example by sharing the knowledge, oh my goodness, it's our time to present.
Let's go ace this.